Hello there, this is B.O.X Productions, and welcome to another episode of Path of Exile. In our last episode, we learned that knowledge is power, and painful, and that you should always watch your fruits and veggies. Also, we got a little bit of sweet revenge. And so we made it to Act 4. Now this here place is called the Aqueducts. I don't have the slightest clue why. With these packs of birds diving down to attack me like this, it kinda reminds me of feeding birds in the park, except with murder. I got breadcrumbs for all y'all. Okay, now that's Big Bird. Oh, wonderful. So basically, it was just like a piñata, only instead of having candy and happy children dancing around, it was just full of parasites. Yeah, we know this, Piety, you weirdo.
We opened the gates to you for two reasons only. Dominus and piety. They made themselves our enemies. You made them dead. Now, Oyan believes there is a third reason. The beast is our enemy. Perhaps you can make it dead as well. The Maraketh and the Karui have fought side by side in the past. And side by side, we were lied to and used. History must not be allowed to repeat. Let us share only the truth, Marauder, so that we may wipe our memories clean. You will be remembered.
Many great things begin at the foot of the mountain, Exile. So too do many tragedies. Often a path becomes a fork, and the echoes of your actions push you down one side or the other. Do you know where you are being carried? Would you like to? I will see you again.
Talamoana warrior. I can't tell you how good it is to meet a man so willing and able to fight for
Oh my god, Vanya!
Pataris.
I've seen the heads of too many friends dangling from Karui belts.
Friends whose orders were to clap slavers' irons on as many Karui as they could get their filthy hands on. Please, Marauder, ignore Pataris. Be careful.
I am Tasumi, he who peers into the gloom, who hears the black hearts that thunder within the mountain deep. If you seek enlightenment, find a torch. If you seek to understand the nightmare, I can help you your way through the darkness. Cahome's way took him down into the darkest of nightmares. Have you asked your ancestors if that's really where the Karui way leads?
There was a time when Marraketh and Karui fought side by side against the forces of corruption. It would appear that the time has come to finish what we started together. With our help, you will kill the beast within the mountain. Lady Diala has told me this. She has much faith in you, Marauder. The question is, can we Marraketh share in her faith? Sekema Deshret sealed the mines, trapped the nightmare within its black den. The beast should never have been imprisoned. The beast should have been destroyed, yet for all her ferocity, it seemed that Deshret lacked the courage to do so. And now, after 2 centuries guarding this hole in the ground, this Akara lacks the strength. But you are not Deshret, and you are not one of us. You will succeed where we have failed. Deshret's banner will break the seal and open the mines. It was taken from her when she fell to Vol, the brittle emperor. Take the stairs to the southwest. Descend to the dried lake. You shall have no trouble finding the brittle emperor. You'll smell him before you see him. Bring Deshret's banner home, and you will be free to pass into the darkness as you wish.
The Eternals had no respect for the land.
Welcome to the dry lake. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say a guy's name because they stopped serving alcohol here or something. Anyway, once Act 4 was introduced, the dry lake became the place to level up and stuff before you started mapping. Mainly because of its accessibility and the high number of monsters that show up here. This jerk can be a pain to deal with. He likes to make clones of himself and make the fight last longer than it should. Now this big fella right here is Ball. And right off the bat, we can see with the way he revived all his homeboys at once that he's using cheat codes. That's not cool. You'll want to move out of the way when he's getting ready to slam. It kinda hurts. I wanted to tank one just to see how much damage it could do, but he missed.
Your empire is dead, Vol. Join it.
I vowed to care for this empire with my eyes open. I lied to my people. I lied to myself. Blinded by my lust for purity, I placed my faith in the most corrupt of men. I watch now as my legion dies, their flesh melting from their twisted bones. They fall and rise. A tide of mortal death and eternal damnation. I feel it now in my own flesh. The heat, the corruption. I have failed you, my empire of purity. Do not forgive me, but please, I beg of you, survive me.
Yeah, hot flashes will do that to you, supposedly.
The gate is open, and the darkness calls. Good hunting, Cursebreaker. Act with care.
The rapture is our hope, our desperation. It will set the nightmare to boil, cook that nice big fishy in its own whining brine. Listen with all of your ears, not a cockroach. The rapture was Malachi's most wondrous creation, the only fire hot enough to burn the beast from existence. And its fuel? A gemling queen. Blood and flesh and gem. Yet my selfish self did not want to burn away, and so the fire was but a tiny spark. The spark of a cataclysm. I am sorry, my love, my Malachi. Go to it, not a cockroach. Find the rapture. Make me sorry no more. Bye-bye.
The gate is open, and now I hear her voice as clearly as if she was sitting right here with me. Words of a dead woman, reverberating up from the depths of Highgate. A spirit chained, yet not enslaved. Tortured, yet unbroken. That dead woman is Deshret, and our red Sakema longs to return to the dust of her Visteri. Free her, and I shall reward you as my gifts allow.
I hear you, Kitava. And I am coming.
So now we've opened the gate and head into the mines. Hey, you know, maybe I was right about them not serving alcohol anymore. This place is full of miners. Alright, I'll shut up. That's a pretty neat trick. You know, making the ground come up and impale people and junk. But
belly rumbles. He is hungry for me.
Well, good news. I know the perfect thing to satisfy that hunger. And that would be, well, anyone that's willing to pay me to pluck their stuff, I guess. OSHA is gonna have a fit with all these environmental hazards. Wait, that is OSHA, right? Oh hey Desmond, how's it going?
Kari and Maraketh once fought together.
Now we gonna show this dude what's good for rolling a hammer then. Man, it ain't 2005 no more.
Deshret has ascended and returned, as we all must, to the dust of Vestiri. The Red Sikema's dishonor has passed, and for that, outsider, I will always be grateful. Yet honor lies not in whether an act is committed. Honor lies in how an act is committed. What does it say of the Maraketh when we are forbidden to attend to our own? What does it say of Oyan and her belief in her own blood, our own honor? I'm watching you.
I felt it, saw it. The storm of her release. Our red Sakema is free to mingle once more with the red earth of our birthplace. Deshret was the howling wind, the lash and bite of the driving dust. Our wild Vestiri is weakened by her absence no longer. You've done yourself proud today, Exile. Righted a wrong that we Maraketh have borne for far too long. And of course, as promised, you shall be rewarded. Tortured yet unbroken.
Well, we did our good deed for the day.
Ancestors demand it.
Oh no! The corruption here in Ray Class has even gotten to the Kool-Aid Man. It's gotta be awkward when you run out of pieces of yourself to throw. Let's do fire burning on the dance floor. Cool guys never look at explosions. And so we find another corrupted area. Once you get into the end game and start doing a whole bunch of damage, that reflection mod can be a big nuisance. But right now, we barely even notice it. This time we find a sacrifice fragment, which is needed to fight one of the optional bosses.
The Rapture device has absorbed its fill of harvested life from fury and desire. It is ready. So am I. I know now that I was born to be the end and the beginning of the Empire. The Beast has made this clear to me. As clear and undeniable as the sacrifice I must now make. My Lady Diala, my love, my life's greatest achievement. She must leave me now, for she cannot follow, and she will perish if she remains. And so I will ask of her more than she would ever give. I will betray her. I will break her heart, so that I do not break her soul.
You know, not a cockroach. Had I accepted my place, my rapturous role, the beast would be no more, no less, no anything at all. My selfishness tickled the beast's fancy and it laughed the world I knew away. Yet I have had much time to think on my lonesome, much time to wonder. Wonder if the Rapture really needs to eat a gemling queen. Maybe something else will get its catastrophic juices slathering. Something like eyeball soup, the eye of fury, the eye of desire. Pretty gems for our pretty designs. But where could they be? Don't fret now. I have my suspicions. Calm, the sovereign of slaughter. He remains and suffers his delusions right here in the halls of nightmare. Fury is all he knows, so fury Calm will have. Duresso, king of swords, damned by desire. Oh, aren't we all? He's down here too, and desire's curse remains his to bear. Go on, not a cockroach. Bring me the crown jewels so that we might wake the Rapture and finally put an end to this pestering beast. Ta-ta. not a cockroach.
I think we'll tackle this stuff in the next episode. Well, that'll do it for this episode of Path of Exile, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It really helps me out. It's been B.O.X Productions, and I'll see you next time.
Oyan has ordered me to help you, to trade with you. I have risked much to gather weapons and armor for this Akara. I've scavenged on the fringes of Vol's encampment and scouted the dead city. Let us see if you can offer any value in return. I've led many a war party against Vol and his unmen, and I've seen too many of my Dakara die. I shall look for your return, but I shall not expect it. As we give strength to the outside, we grow weaker on the inside. First, there was Pataris and Vanya. Now there is you. It shows how little faith Oyan has in us, in her own Akara, that she would treat blackguards and exiles with such admiration. Oyan is my Sikema, my commander. I am her Dakara, her warrior. I defend this Akara as Oyan sees fit. Whether Oyan is fit to see what is best for this tribe, it is not for me to say. My mother gave Tasuni to the gods. The gods gave him back, and I thank them for it every day. Given the choice, I would never have chosen Tasuni as my brother. But then, family is not about what you want. It is about what you need.
My grandfather was a captain in the Ebony Legion. My father too, and me. Just following the path that had been laid out for me.
Until you met me.
Yes, until I met the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen.
Behind bars. An exile waiting to become an experiment. Not quite how I imagined meeting the man of my dreams.
I realized then that I wasn't part of the Ebony Legion anymore. I'd become a blackguard like every other damned legionnaire inside, taking orders from a madman.
Pataris freed me and led us here.
I'd heard about the Marrakech from those few legionnaires who survived the assault on Highgate.
And I talked them into harboring us.
Vanya can be very persuasive when she wants to.
Kira is a racist bully with that fancy hair crest of hers stuck so far up her.
Come on, Vanya. She's a warrior. It's not her job to be nice. It's her job to defend.
Look all lithe and sweaty when you're watching her train. That's the only job you're interested in.
I'm studying the Marrakech fighting style.
Sure you are, sweetie. Oyun gave us a home.
Our lives back.
Appreciate the good ones when you find them in Ray class.
It's not like there are many. Tasuni, he's a con man.
Pataris just doesn't understand him.
I understand that he gets his every need catered for by talking in riddles and telling lies.
The truth about the nightmare. He makes sense of the chaos as best he can.
How can we possibly know whether what he's telling us is the truth or not?
We can't. But who else is there to ask? We've a few bits and pieces lying about that might help with what's to come.
Bits and pieces? I risked my neck to salvage those artifacts.
I know, sweetie, and I really appreciate your artifacts.
You didn't say that when I brought them in. You said, is that all?
You'd been gone for ages.
And you think you could do a quicker job?
Yes, if you'd let me, yes.
No, not for all the jewellery in the world. What if I lost you?
Okay, I'm sorry. We have charms and regalia sourced at great risk from some of the most dangerous places in Rayclast. Better?
Yes, thank you.
I heard of the beast before coming here. Piety talked about it. I suppose she saw no point in keeping secrets from the people she was planning to murder.
I'm so sorry, Vanya.
God, it's not your fault, Pataris. Well, Piety used to say that the beast was the source of her power. How she managed to turn poor men and women into those... things. She kept using a phrase. What was it?
Universal transmogrification. I heard her assistants talk about it too.
The power to change the world into anything you like.
Bloody scary power in the hands of someone like Piety.
Bloody scary powerful stop.
Marraketh are stranded in the sandstorm of reflection and regret. We look to El Sakemma to lead us out. Yet the sandstorm is all she knows. She needs me, her eyes and ears in the darkness, but she will never comprehend my gifts. Kila rides more swiftly and strikes more truly than any other Dekara here. If only she could learn to think as swiftly as she rides and speak as truly as she strikes. Better and worse are judged not on the talents one prizes, but the talents one needs. Pitaris and Vanya, two mouths that speak from one mind. When together, they express some quite interesting thoughts. When apart, well, half a thought isn't really even a thought, is it? The Marraketh speak of his betrayal, but Vo did what he thought was necessary to destroy the beast. Now he wonders the desiccation, tortured as much by his failure as by nightmare. The Red Sakemma was the woman who forged what it meant to be Marraketh. A people united, strong. Deshret lit fires in the hearts of women and loins of men. When she fell, so did the Marraketh. They've fallen ever since.
The Marraketh once stood united under Deshret's banner. That was before the plagues, the tempests, the corruption. Deshret rode here with this Akara, the Kiato, to put an end to the beast's curse, and upon the very threshold of the darkness, she faltered. Perhaps she saw that King Kalm had gone there before her and not returned, or perhaps the nightmare simply overcame Deshret's seemingly indomitable courage. Either way, she chose not to ride into the mountain to slay the beast. She closed and sealed the mines and committed this Akara to Highgate's guardianship. The tempests, the plagues, they passed. Of their own accord, or because of Deshret's seal, we do not know. But what I do know is this. When Deshret vowed to watch over these mines, she simply traded one curse for another. Vol and his unmen have dipped their fleshless claws into the lifeblood of the Marraketh since the day this Akara tethered its roer here. Such is the way with men of war. Remove their tongues, yet still they thirst for blood. Remove their bellies, yet still they hunger for battle. Remove their manhood, yet still they lust for conquest. I will make allies of whomever I deem useful. We have observed the actions of both Blackguard and Exile, and it is Pitaris and Vanya who give meaning to those actions. This Akara has not mixed with other than its own for over 200 years. The outside world has now discovered us, so it is time that we discovered it. Kira has the blood of Deshret in her veins and the bonds of Deshret in her mind. Her loyalty to her Akara is admirable. Her loyalty to the past is not. Tasuni has been corrupted since the day he was born. Marraketh tradition would have it that such a warped child be left upon the moonlit plain for the gods to adopt. Tasuni was not taken by the gods that night. Such a thing has never happened before in our Akara. Now we know why. Tasuni is a man caught between two worlds, our world of light and the beast's world of darkness. He is our scout in the black, and without him, nightmare would remain beyond our understanding. And an enemy you cannot know is an enemy you cannot fight.
Impatient reekings. They waft me from that mountain. That's all I can smell, not a cockroach. stinking anticipation. Vol the Pure, they called him. Vol the Murderer, I call him. In his name, an emperor was murdered. In his name, an empire was murdered. Yes, it was Malachi's lips that kissed me. Yes, it was Malachi's hand that led me to the rapture. No, no, and no again. It was Vol's words that put me there. The rapture was to rend open the hide of nightmare and broil the beast's bitter innards in the sweet fire of mortality. The vessel was strong and oh so willing. The medicine was oh so weak.
Deshret's banner flies at the mine's entrance, and now the darkness gapes, hungry and expectant. Our red Sekema sealed that gate for a reason. Not simply to prevent the beast from reaching out, but to hinder those fools who would disturb its slumber. And here you are, about to be swallowed by that darkness. Let us hope the beast doesn't notice your passing. Hundreds of our Dekara have fallen to Vol and his legion throughout the years. They died defending their Akara. Now Vol is gone, killed by an outsider. You bask in the glory, exile, while I honor the dead. When a woman forgets how to die, a woman forgets how to live. Deshret said that to her Dekara on the day she killed Titusius, scourge of the Maraketh. I say this of Diala. When a woman knows nothing of life, how can she care for the living?
Emperor Vol is dead, for good this time.
And the entrance to the mine stands open. I suppose you'll be heading down there to
free us from the sickening supremacy of nightmare.
I was going to say to kick some nightmare ass.
I think I put it better.
Of course you did, Swiss. Diala was there when it all went bad. If anyone can help put things right...
Why would she? Ray class has been like this for almost 300 years. What's made her want to do something about it now?
She's the Gemling Queen, Vanya. There's no way we could understand what goes on in that mind of hers.
I know. And that's precisely what worries me.
Diala has the form of a woman, yet the substance is 1 part corruption and 9 parts death. One day soon, you will see how lifeless she truly is. In destroying Vol, you have avenged many a pretty bloodied nose around here. Well done, you.
We read the land, learn its stories. Kalm and his warriors entered those mines some 20 years before Deshret sealed the mines and bound our Akara to this mountain. Neither soil nor stone speak of Kalm's return. Perhaps he is dead, or perhaps he merely wishes he was. After Vol, anything seems possible. Diala wishes the beast dead, but why? Why would a nightmare wish to kill a nightmare? A question of great interest, yet little importance. It does not matter why the sun rises and sets, as long as it continues to do so. Yes, Tasuni has informed me of Deshret's existence within the mines, but has been unable to tell me how she comes to be there. Another troubling hole in our knowledge of nightmare. Regardless of her origins, I will not risk my Dekara in an attempt to free her. Even were she still flesh and blood, I would decide the same. She is our Sekema no longer, and we have fulfilled our duty to her memory many times over. Kira will not agree, yet her revolt will rise only as words. I am her Sekema, and she will not cross me. So, free Deshret if the opportunity arises. It is only right that she be allowed to return to the dust of the Vastiri, but it would be wrong if any should follow her there. Diala said but one thing to me before descending into the mines. My love awaits. I know not why, but those 3 words frighten me more than any I have heard in my lifetime. Thank you for doing Deshret so great an honor. Your generosity shall be remembered.
Hello, old axe for brains. Calm had Eternals dragged from their homes all over the south coast. Like sheep, he butchered them, no matter how desperately they bleated. He adorned his doorways with the heads of women and children. What makes a hero or a villain? It depends who you ask. The Sword King. Before my time. Beyond my time. Where is time anyway when you need it? Never stand still. That's the problem. Except if you are Dureso. Petrified with love he is. A love he doesn't realize is long, long, long gone.